Very special SES live stream. We have a rare guest with us today in the studio, Oscar Lee, our Director of Global Partnerships. How you doing today, Oscar?
Doing great. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, it's awesome. This is the first time you've been here for a Convoy in our brand new studio setup, and it's also the first time you've been here at all since we did the Moza wheel unboxing.
The Hori one.
Was it the Hori wheel unboxing?
Yeah,
That's right. It was the Hori wheel unboxing.
Yeah, that was and when was that? A few months ago?
It was a couple months ago.
Yeah.
That's why I forgot, because, anyways. So we're here in a Convoy session, and we're going to do some trucking today. And chat, you're along the ride with us, and you're going to kind of, it's not a typical career Let's Play for us. We're just kind of having fun. So, if you have some questions for Oscars, now is the time to ask.
I can't promise to answer everything, but I'll try my best.
Yeah, while you're here, the chat doesn't always get an opportunity to talk to you. So, today's the day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So let's get this show on the road. We're here in Norfolk, Nebraska. And Oscar, what are we doing today with our trucks? You'll notice we have a couple aerodynamic trucks chat. So what do you think we got going on?
I think the idea is that we should probably try a fuel economy run.
A fuel economy run. So I'm here with my Volvo VNL, and I've got a 455 horsepower turbo compounded Volvo D13.
Okay.
What do you got, Oscar?
I've got a Mack Anthem. I think it's the 48-inch sleeper with the MP8, but I've got the 505. I don't know if that will actually make any difference to the fuel economy, but my thinking is that with the same capacity and more power, I would need to use less throttle. So that's the thinking.
I think that's a fair assumption.
Yeah.
So we're going to run together, and I guess we'll take turns setting the pace and see who ends up with better fuel mileage at the end of the run. So chat, real quick, let's start with a location check. Where are you guys all tuning in from, and how are you guys doing today? And once we get through that, I guess we'll start working on a load and go for a drive. Actually, in the meantime, I guess we can start looking for a load. Oscar, if you want to start checking it out.
Yeah.
So we got Name the Artist joining in from New York. We got people from Texas, Netherlands. My buddy Ghost Sonic 117 from Canada representing. Philippines, Norway, Finland, Sweden.
Do I go into the freight market?
No, you go into the cargo market because we have trailers attached.
Oh, yeah.
Oscar, come on.
Oh, yeah.
You work here. You should know this.
I'm sorry. I don't play Convoy.
Germany, Austria.
I don't have friends.
Argentina. Very nice.
What do you think we should haul today?
Well, we're here in Norfolk, Nebraska, and I actually have some experience with Norfolk, Nebraska. I used to do a lot of hauling into there, hauling steel in. So maybe we can try and find a steel load so I can relive my glory days as a truck driver.
I think I should sort by weight then. Does that work? Metal coil. I got a metal coil up to... No, that's just to Omaha, which is too close.
I've got square tubing going to Kansas City.
Sure. Yeah. No, Kansas? Are we supposed
We have someone joining us from Australia today. I guess it must be evening time for them. Oscar, what time is it in Singapore right now?
It's 12:04 right now.
Oh, so he's staying up late. Oh, dang. Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you for staying up.
Australia must be even later then. Why don't you choose a job and
let's grab this one going to Kansas City. That's a nice load. All right. So chat, we're gonna get driving. I'm gonna do my best since we're without Alex or Namiro to act as a host. I'm gonna do my best to drive responsibly and get good fuel mileage as well as interact with you guys. So, my apologies if I don't get to you right away or something. But in the meantime, if you have any questions for me or Oscar while we're driving here, we'll do our best to answer them.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
So am I supposed to follow you? I'm sorry, I really don't.
Yeah. So
don't exactly know how Convoy works.
Yeah. So Oscar, unfortunately, has no friends. Want to play Convoy with. So if you want to add Oscar as a friend on Steam, just type in Oscar the Broski 19. No. Okay.
No.
Never mind.
No.
All right. So let's get this show on the road. Should we set our fuel mileage now?
Yep, I'm resetting it.
Resetting now?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Right now.
I'm gonna zero it out here.
It's right there. Which direction are you going?
I'm going the wrong way from the exit, aren't I? Yeah, this isn't gonna help with my fuel economy right off the bat. Air Cruise 1 wants to know, Oscar, what is your favorite food?
Favorite food? I cannot decide, actually. I mean, I have quite a few favorite foods, like pizza's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Just steak, yeah.
Yeah, Benny says
Benny
steak.
Says steak, yeah.
Benny, are you saying that to the entire chat or just us? Okay, we have a rule. If you're going to talk, you have to talk to everyone because the chat, they love you. Benny, or chat, show your love for Benny right now. Please. He needs the support. He needs the motivation and the moral support.
I have lost where you are, so...
I'm heading towards the exit. Oh, I think we're right beside each other.
Really?
Oh, no, you're going the wrong way.
Oh. I just went the same way as you did.
It's good. It's good. We're staying on par with the fuel economy.
Is that your solution?
So, chat, yeah, I think I would definitely say that Oscar's favorite food, if I can answer for him, is steak. Everywhere we go, he tries to find a steakhouse.
Yep.
And then he complains that the steak's not as good as the steak he had one time somewhere.
Yeah. I like steaks, but
Steaks are good.
I rarely find a good place to have them.
How do you take your steak?
Medium.
Medium.
Always. Mm-hmm.
You can't even taste the steak anymore at that point. You're just tasting burnt. No?
Oh, well, no, medium's fine.
Nah, you gotta go rare.
Nah.
Benny, how do you take your steak?
Benny, are you there, Benny?
Just medium?
Just medium. You see? That's the right choice.
Nah, you guys don't know what you're doing. Chat, how do you like your steak? Somebody just said Air Cruise just said well done.
Well done. That's pretty challenging. Huh?
Ban him from the chat right now.
Ban him. Oh wow.
I think it's the same guy that likes hood mirrors. This explains a lot. So we also have traffic fines and everything turned on too. Not that we're doing any kind of competition that would matter, but just Oscar, don't be running any red lights. I've seen how you drive in real life.
Whoa! I've never ran a red light.
Really? You're thinking about it. I don't believe you.
I'm thinking about it. Yeah, maybe one or two. I'm not admitting that here. I just did, right? Yeah.
Tanzer22 has good taste. He likes his steaks rare. Red Wolf, 1961, still mooing. See, there are people with good taste in the world. Mm-hmm.
That's too raw.
De Reuter, he says that Oscar drives better than you realize.
Of course,
so maybe he knows something I don't.
I'm the designated driver on every business trip.
Is that by your choice or by our choice?
By my choice.
Exactly.
But it's fine so far, so.
I remember a certain partner coming onto one of our streams once, joining us for a stream, the lovely Alex One from Western Star. And she referred to your driving, she called you specifically a chaotic Barbie girl.
No way.
Yes.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. But it starts with chaotic, so that can't be a good sign.
Okay. Mark, do you know where you're going?
No.
Wow.
Actually, I have been here in real life. Actually, there's a mall over here somewhere I used to stop at, and then I would walk over to a steakhouse over here. The name tag's on the TV.
What?
Benny, you're the MVP.
What am I looking at?
Look under your face on the TV.
Hey, Benny, that's bullying.
And that's how Benny got fired.
Yeah, you're going to HR.
Oh boy. We have a question from Mud Wars. Will Alaska be added as a state?
Eventually, I guess.
I mean, yeah. It's got to happen sooner or later.
It's got to happen.
Like,
well, if you guys keep playing our games, it will happen.
That's it, right? The more support we have from you guys, from the community, from the chat, the more, the longer we'll keep working at it, right? Like, we don't plan on quitting anytime soon, so...
Yeah. There's much more content coming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of sad how much is in the hopper and how much is on the way that we just can't talk about,
Yeah.
So many fun surprises coming your way.
So
Benny, what's your favorite food? Don't say Popeyes.
Oh my God, Mark, what are you doing? Mark, that's dangerous driving.
No, it's not.
Does it work if I honk my horn?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
I can't hear myself. That is strange.
So, Oscar, what brings you to Prague this time?
Well, a lot of meetings with different partners again.
Yeah?
As usual.
Anything you can talk about?
anything I can talk about? Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I knew the answer to that before I even asked.
Everything is highly secretive, but I mean, it's good news. Like, as usual, it's great when partners want to work with us on new projects, on bringing new stuff to the game. It's always exciting for us, and over the years they've just gotten more involved, and we like that. We want to be part of their marketing communication, and also bring you guys new content to try out. New trucks, new facelifts. That's all I can really say.
Now, for those of you that don't know, Oscar is actually from Singapore, and he lives there full time. But he's traveling the world constantly for us on our behalf, and speaking with our partners and having very hopefully productive meetings. So we're very happy to have him here this week in the office, taking full advantage of that, I think. Now we have another question here from Arrow's Realm, and I think they're referring to a recent On the Road video that was released. Oscar, what did you think about your Scania driving experience?
Well, exciting, of course. It's always like everyone's dream. I mean, especially if you like this kind of game, right? It was my dream to always drive a truck, and get to drive a huge Scania has always been, something I wanted to do. I was hoping that as part of my job I would get to do that, and I did. So awesome experience. I've driven both the diesel, the V8s, and also the electric truck, which is now in Euro Truck Simulator 2. So, great experience being able to drive these huge machines, and actually having a fully loaded combination to drive it with as well, just to understand what kind of acceleration such a big truck is capable of, and how it handles, and that sort of thing.
Now, how many trucks have you driven at this point? How many different models would you say?
I would say probably maybe around 10 different trucks, if you're counting all these separate models as one.
Okay.
So the first truck I ever drove, I think it's Scania 560S. I think that was the first one. That was about 2 years ago. And then when we went to Matt, I got to drive the Kenworth W990.
You're welcome. There's a story behind
whoa.
that we should probably... we could talk about it. I don't think we'll get in trouble.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think?
Go for it. I don't think anyone that will get anyone else in trouble is watching this.
I mean, it was on private property, right? So...
No.
Yeah, okay, maybe we shouldn't say...
I mean, we've gone too far in the story to not tell it now.
Okay, then I'm going to go for it.
Okay,
so we were at Matt's, this is before I even worked at SCS. I was just down there hanging out with you guys.
With us.
Yeah. And so anyway, Kenworth was doing something really cool, which was a ride and drive. So you could actually sign up if you had a CDL to drive either a T680 Next Gen, a W900 Anniversary Edition, or a W990. So of course, naturally, I signed up to drive the Anniversary Edition Kenworth. And Oscar, you don't have a CDL.
Yeah, I still don't.
You still don't, but you drove a W990, didn't you?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, so we just did some kind of sweet talking with the people that were running it. And I said, oh, yeah, this is my friend from Singapore. Yeah, he's a full-time truck driver over there, and he's getting his license over here. And they're like, yeah, okay, yeah, we'll let him drive, so...
I don't think that's how it happened, but...
It's more or less how it happened.
Yeah.
It's not like we got in and switched seats like they knew ahead of time.
No,
right?
we didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got to drive the W990. That was really awesome. That was the first time driving an American truck. So I've got an experience how it drives, and I would say it's so different from a European one, just based on the way it turns. Just because you have your front axle so far forward.
Right.
The way it turns it, I cannot describe it. You really have to try it out yourself. I got that, and then I drove the Western Star 57X.
I have bad news.
What?
We lost the load. We got here too late.
No.
There's one going to Dallas. We're not going to make it today, but maybe we can drive as far as we can, and we'll just compare our fuel mileage at the end of the run.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, that's right. We're also there. The second truck you drove that weekend, and the second American truck ever, was a Western Star 57X, which at the time was pretty much brand new for Western Star.
It was, yeah.
And you got to do a ride and drive as well as we filmed a video, but I don't think that's been released yet, has it?
That was probably... I mean, that story was probably why we kept a lot of that show a secret.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm just making things up. What am I supposed to do now?
So now that I have picked up the load, you can go into the Convoy part of the job, or of the menu. So I'll kind of walk you through it here. So yeah, hit it. Yeah, okay. Go to
this one.
Yeah, right there.
Convoy.
There you go. Hey Benny, we've lost the TV.
Yeah. View and take the same job. Is that it?
Yep.
Okay.
There you go.
Wow. What? Oh. It uses your trailer, I think.
Did it not allow you to take the same trailer?
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah, I had to dismiss it, so.
Well, that's okay. My trailer's prettier anyways. Yeah, the 57X is out, but we did an on-the-road episode. Yeah, it's working now, Benny.
It's working.
We did an on-the-road episode with Oscar driving. I can't remember. Benny, do you know?
We never did release that video,
No?
I think. But so that might be something
I guess spoilers. I guess
yeah.
we just ruined the surprise.
Yeah, we had a video that I did. I was interviewing a product expert on the 57X.
That was
while
Anthony?
I was driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we might have to go dig for that video. We probably lost it somehow. That happens.
Oh, stop the engine. Okay, so...
Okay, you're done.
Ego Bus says, help me please, SES. My game is at 5 frames per second. Do you have any advice for him, Oscar? No?
Does it play other games properly?
Does it play other games at 6 FPS?
Yeah.
Because that
well,
hardware might be the issue there. But actually, you can post on our SES forum. And people there, as well as our own staff, browse that quite often, and we can do our best to help you there. Unfortunately, over Twitch, it's going to be a little too hard to share screens and diagnose that issue for you, but absolutely head over to the SES forums, and we'll try to get you sorted. All right, Oscar, let's see those backing skills. Am I in the way? Am I clipping into the trailer you need? Or is it beside me?
I don't really see you. That's the thing.
Oh, okay, yeah, that happens. I'll pull forward here.
So you're gonna go through me?
Yeah. It's about to get real sketchy.
Oh.
Yeah, just...
That works. I think it's a no collision zone then.
Okay. I shouldn't actually go through. I should just pop up. Yeah, there I am.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that happened.
The magic
guys,
of
that
game
doesn't
development.
actually happen in real life.
I've seen it happen a couple times.
Yeah?
Yeah, you black out for a second, you know.
Oh, okay.
I mean, no.
Am I on the trailer or not?
Nope.
Nope. I'm playing too much with the suspension settings, probably.
And I'm going to shut off my engine to conserve fuel because I want to win this fuel mileage challenge.
Uh-huh. Do you think you have a chance?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so, too.
I've driven more miles going backwards
I'm
than you have
not
going
very
forward,
confident.
Oscar.
I can't take the trailer for some reason. Yeah, it's maxed out. So let me just...
Go into a second-person view, yeah.
Yep. Let me try again. I'm not very good at this.
Oscar,
Mm-hmm.
what is your most favoritist place that you've ever visited before?
Favorite this place.
Yeah.
All right. In the world?
Yes.
That's very tough. That's very tough to answer. Whatever I say, people are not gonna like it.
Actually, no, I'm kind of curious.
Never really. No, it's not.
Is that for all of us, Benny, or just for or for the chat, or for us? Benny so
said
shy.
Disneyland.
Benny's talking to us, but you can't hear him because he's
Benny doesn't really know how this works, how a conversation works, but yeah. Okay, so I've hooked up.
Chloroxolic.
No. That's my wife. Hi, everyone. That's my wife.
That's
say
your
hi
wife?
to my wife. And I need to say thanks to her. I'm able to travel so much. She has to put up with me being away for basically half a year.
So she's very understanding.
So now everyone knows who she is. You can try to dox her.
Yeah, I'm going to dox you. So she's making a joke there about San Francisco because Oscar had a little run-in with... You had an experience in San Francisco.
I had the true San Francisco experience.
So safe to say San Francisco is not your most favoriteest place in the whole wide world?
Absolutely not. I'm sorry, whoever lives there. It's a nice place with nice attractions, but not very nice safety.
True. I mean, you were never unsafe. It's just your belongings were a little bit unsafe for a short period of time. But let's get on a more positive story. What's your most favoritist place in the whole widest world?
Favoriteest place must be one of those national parks in like Utah or Arizona.
Do you have a favorite one? Arches, probably.
Probably, actually, like Bryce Canyon.
Bryce Canyon's beautiful.
Bryce Canyon is beautiful, and I like how accessible it was. I'm not a person who's like a fan of walking too much, if you know me. So Bryce Canyon.
Yeah, I've literally seen Oscar get in his car and drive. And it would take a longer amount of time than if we had walked, but it ended up cutting his walking distance in half. Like, you literally drove past the place where we had to go.
Yeah.
Because it would have been shorter walking distance.
That's why you have a car, right?
No. Not at all.
I mean, you get in the car, you turn on the AC. That's better than walking.
I mean...
Yes. Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, Mark.
No. Beautiful day, like 23 degrees outside.
But it was never 23 degrees outside.
All right, well.
What is your current fuel consumption?
I am at a whopping 5.6 miles a gallon, I think. Let me take a look here.
Oh, no.
5.8.
I'm at 4.4. How is that possible?
Volvo power, baby.
My truck just went backwards.
Oh, here we go. Lighty Pyro 83 asks, Oscar, what kind of music do you mostly listen to? And if so, have you any favorite band?
Mark, I think you can answer that for me.
I know Oscar is a big fan of NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, S Club 7.
No, what's that?
You don't know S Club 7?
Do I actually have that on my playlist?
Alex, too, would be so disappointed in you. No, you didn't have S Club 7, but you did have Britney Spears. You had a little bit of Katy Perry, I think.
No, I didn't have that. I know exactly what song you're referring to, but I don't have that.
Oh. Baby, you're a firework.
We're going to get copyright strike for that.
No way. Benny, will we?
I think so.
No, I sung it. It's an original song. I think you're allowed 8 seconds.
8 seconds.
8 seconds.
That's fair use.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm allowed to parody it.
That's not a parody. That's just...
Somehow Real Victor's 02 is getting 14 plus miles to the gallon with his Mac Anthem.
No way. No way.
Oscar doesn't believe you. Pixar didn't happen.
Yeah. I mean, you can reset it downhill. That will get you 14.
Dwarfy thought you were a metal guy.
No.
No?
No. Unfortunately not.
I could see it. I could see you thrashing.
No.
Ooh, Aqua. He does have Aqua. I mean,
yeah,
that explains the Barbie girl,
I do.
right? Yeah.
I do.
That was a good hint.
Yeah.
Chaotic Barbie girl. 556 is getting 7.7 with the VNL.
No matter what I do, that's probably because the realistic fuel consumption was not turned on.
Oh yeah, do you have you gotta have realistic fuel consumption on.
Yeah.
So yeah, actually, for those of you that don't know, because we always do kind of encounter people that don't quite understand how our features sometimes work. And I'll admit there was a short period of time when I first started playing when I didn't know certain things like the mouse zoom and all that, right? Camera zoom, interior camera zoom. I call it mouse zoom because I use my mouse. So if you don't have realistic fuel consumption on, it's actually a very simple calculation it does. And the fuel economy only gets increased as you add points into it when you level up. If you actually want to have like realistic fuel consumption, then you have to turn that on. Otherwise, it's a totally kind of fabricated number.
It just basically stays at one number, I believe. Yeah, I think it's people are finding it strange that they care about fuel economy in the game.
Mm-hmm. I mean, these loads pay so much money. I mean, fuel price is the least of my worries. My personal game, I got a personal truck of mine that is a Max Superliner with a 8V92 Detroit, which gets a whopping 3 miles to the gallon.
Well, you get a good sounds from it, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's all you care about.
I love it because everyone can hear me coming from like 2 miles away in Convoy. If you know, you know. Oscar, you coming up in the fast lane?
Mm-hmm.
Speed is not how you get fuel economy, good sir.
Not having to stop earlier helps me conserve momentum.
But you had to come to a stop anyways. It doesn't matter if you came to a stop in 1 mile or 2 miles.
Yeah, but if you braked earlier, you would
Oscar,
have wasted
Oscar,
the
listen,
energy that you put into
you could learn a thing today.
Whoa.
But not by arguing.
Whoa. Mark, I know you're a truck driver, but that doesn't mean you know everything.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I definitely know everything. Between me and my dad, we know everything for sure.
Fair enough.
Yeah. You got a Load King.
I don't know how that works.
You had a Load King as an own trailer, and it still put you with a Load King for the load.
Yep.
That's
I
interesting.
guess it just.
You still have your axle in the air, sir. You are overweight on your drive axle.
Oh.
You have to lower that.
Okay. But that
it's
will
only
ruin
rated for 20,000 pounds.
That will ruin my fuel economy. Nah.
Do you see this chat? He doesn't even know the rules.
Rules are for. Okay. No, I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, Ridge R5 has a good point. You should brake earlier so you don't have to come to a full stop when the light changes. But, you know, a situation like this where it's just stop and go, it doesn't matter. I mean, the slower you go between lights, obviously, the better. But either way, you got to come to a stop.
Maybe it'll help if I turned off my engine.
So, Oscar, we're also both using the Hori truck control system.
Yep.
Now, you have one of these back home in Singapore, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've had many, actually.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oscar here actually was helping them quite a bit, I believe, with the design.
Yeah, we were kind of helping them test their prototypes and refine the parts that weren't so good back then to try and make it a better product.
Because this is the first time Hori has attempted anything like this, right?
Yeah. I think it's like the first time anyone has attempted it. So it's a pretty steep learning curve, I guess, for most people, for most companies. We're helping them as much as we can. We're helping, any company that's interested in making a trucking peripheral, because we feel that, if we put our effort into this a little bit, our community will appreciate it.
Of course.
Right? We've always been looking for these kinds of peripherals. I've always wanted something that is tailored to driving a truck simulator, and that pretty much didn't really exist in the market. You need all the buttons, you need a splitter, you need a range change. That's not something you can really get it from any other manufacturers right now. So
true.
Was really looking forward to it. Of course, there were mods. We know people who take basically a Eaton shifter and convert it to output signals through USB. That's what I had actually in the past, and that was really awesome. But now you have a very integrated product where you can just get it set up quite quickly.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing about it is it's just plug and play. Like, you don't have to go buy third-party peripherals. Oscar, there's a truck there. Oscar!
I know.
Oscar, there's a truck there.
I know. That's why I moved back.
My goodness, you just swerved into his lane, you bully.
That's how you change lanes. Okay, no one take advice.
See what I have to deal with?
Please don't take advice from me.
When is the Hori wheel supposed to hit the market? Do we have any insider info on that? Probably nothing we can say, right?
I guess at the end of the year, I guess.
Yeah, I think currently it's announced
what
for
everyone
December.
was. I think that's what they announced as well. We don't have a definitive date either, but hopefully soon. I think people are waiting to get their hands on it. I've seen some reviews online. I guess they were like influencers testing it out. But yeah, if you are interested in learning more about it, you can probably just Google it.
Yeah, I hit up Hori's website.
Yeah.
I mean, you can check out our unboxing video. We did a pretty in-depth deep dive. That's kind of just said the same thing twice. We did a deep dive into the Hori wheel a couple months ago, where we looked at all the features for it, all the controls, the build quality, stuff like that. Did a little bit of driving with it, with a wheel cam and stuff like that, so you can kind of see how it behaves. So yeah, if you're interested in it, if it's something you want to check out, by all means, look through our YouTube there, and you should be able to find it, and on our Twitch. It should still be in the history.
Are you passing me?
I am passing you, and I'm also speeding.
Yep.
But
Mark, is this what you do as a truck driver?
Yes.
Is this why you're not a truck driver anymore?
No. I actually don't have that many tickets, believe it or not.
Me neither. I was never a truck driver, so I guess that's an achievement.
Yeah, actually, I do not know how you still have your license, but that's a story for another day.
We don't have to talk about it here. We don't have to talk about it here.
Somebody's asking if I'm driving with my suspension aired out. Yes, I am, because that's what all the cool kids do.
Are you trying to win by lowering your truck so that you avoid the wind resistance?
Yes, I'm trying to limit the amount of air going under my truck.
Okay. I should have thought of that. And I'm stuck at a light. So.
Are you really? Yeah, you can make it. You're allowed to make a right turn on red.
Yep. That's what I love about driving in the U.S.
Honestly, that is one thing why I don't know why it's not more widely used in the world. Is like right turn from the inside lane. It's just like it makes sense.
I'm just thinking probably the reason is people don't walk that much in the U.S., so you don't get people crossing the roads that often.
That is true.
And in places where there are more pedestrians, like New York City, for example, it's just banned, right?
Montreal is banned. New York City is banned. Yeah, a lot of downtown areas it'll be banned or something.
Yeah. So it's probably that.
Are you passing me?
Yep.
The disrespect, Oscar.
Hey, Mark.
Yep. Why are you coming in my lane? Don't do that. I'm trying to be a safe and responsible driver here. He says as he does 55 miles an hour into 35.
No, I'm doing 39 and 50.
Okay, well.
Please don't slander my name. Whoa, Mark, you just brake checked me. Mark. This is why Mark was fired.
Get bad real quick.
This is why Mark was fired as a truck driver.
Hey, I've never been fired from a trucking job.
Ah.
I got fired from Walmart when I was a teenager.
So you did get fired?
Yeah, but I wasn't driving truck.
Uh-huh. What were you doing at Walmart?
I was working for the Tire and Lube Express, doing oil changes on people's cars. I did not get fired for doing anything wrong. I got fired because I did a burnout in the parking lot after work one day.
I respect that.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like I did anything wrong at work. I did something wrong on work property.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
I mean, I deserved it.
We're not condoning it.
Yeah.
Again, we're not condoning doing burnouts and parking
that's actually
lots.
punishable by, you can lose your license for 30 days now if you do that in Canada.
Really?
Yeah. Burnouts are considered stunt driving.
I can see why, but yeah, people just want to have fun, right?
It's a race. You're 505 versus my 455.
I'm not racing. I'm not ruining my fuel economy. It's not a race. Mark,
Yeah.
I'm not getting tricked by you.
Volvo power.
Don't we both have Volvo power?
No, you have Mac power.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Mark was playing with the truck toys. Somebody was spying at me while I was working. Oh, we're losing the right lane up here, Oscar.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh boy. So, what's left for you for the rest of the summer, Oscar?
A lot of more trips, I guess.
You have more trips coming up?
Yeah, I'm
Nice.
heading over to... Oh, I can't even say that. I can't even say where I'm going. I just realized.
Can you say what part of the world it's in?
No.
No?
No, I can't, because
Really?
if I say it, people will know.
What continent is it on?
I'm in Europe for the next week as well.
You're in Europe for the next week, but not necessarily in Prague.
No,
Okay. Okay.
not in Czech Republic.
Not in Czech Republic. Okay, so it's
That
not
doesn't
Tatra.
really help anything.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, and then I'll be heading over to the U.S. for Star Nation.
Oh, that's right, the Star Nation experience. Have they selected the winners yet for that?
I think they might have announced a few of them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone from our community are they gonna specifically select people from our community, or is it just?
I think 2 of them will be from our community.
Really?
That was the whole idea of it.
Very cool. Okay. Well, fingers crossed for you guys.
Everyone's saying, "Am I going to Sweden?"
Are you going to Sweden?
I've been to Sweden.
You've been to Sweden.
That's all I'll say.
Now, what could you have possibly been looking at in Sweden? Anyways,
moving
on.
Something else.
Not to give away any spoilers.
Yeah. If anyone knew of my travel plans, it's quite easy to piece together what I'm doing. So
I know exactly what you're doing.
Of course you know.
Yeah, because you tell me.
Yeah.
Perks of the job.
Is that why you took this job, to find out more about what's next?
No, actually. Why did I take this job?
Wait.
You guys went to IKEA?
Yeah. Wait, what? How does someone know we've been to IKEA?
There's IKEAs everywhere, but you had to go to the one in Sweden just to see what it's like.
Yeah.
Oh my
of course. Yeah, that's the place.
You went for meatballs?
Okay.
Oh my god.
That is creepy.
Well, and it wasn't your wife that said that either.
No. Light Pyro 83. What car did we drive? If he answers that correctly, then we have a spy.
Was it an electric car?
No.
Okay, not this time.
No, not this time. Yeah.
That's good. How's my fuel mileage going down since we've been doing highway speeds?
We haven't really stayed at highway speeds.
That's true. We keep stopping and starting.
Yeah.
Where are you? I lost you.
You're ahead because I had to stop.
I like how Benny got lazy about switching the screens back and forth. He just left it in split screen. Now he's back there. Now he's back there playing Sudoku.
That's actually... Wow, that's a good layout. Thanks, Jacob.
Yeah, shout out to Jacob, our #1 studio producer, manager guy. That's right, Benny.
Oh, Mark, you rear-ended someone again.
How do you know about the other 3 times?
Yeah, and they were in real life, right?
I mean,
Mark, talk about that. No, okay. Let's get
you
that.
brake check someone 3 times in a row, you're getting it. I don't care who you are.
You heard that here first. Mark admitting to rear-ending someone. This is a very expose kind of stream, isn't it?
It is. We're kind of digging up all our dirty laundry and dirty secrets.
we're not very careful.
Yeah. We're probably not good to be on the stream together.
Yeah.
Namiro, you can't do this again. Leave us unattended like this. Oh, Captain Flint says the car actually reversed into me. Thank you, Captain Flint, for noticing that. I didn't notice. So.
Sure thing.
Yeah. So all along, it was this guy's fault.
Are you stuck in traffic?
I'm stopped at the traffic light just ahead of you. Yeah.
Okay.
I think there's like 1 truck between us.
What is your MPG now?
5.5. What's yours at?
4.5. I don't know how.
I don't even need to be careful anymore. I can just run foot to the floor.
I'm not even running like 80% throttle most of the time.
Can we? Like,
oh my God! Someone just brake checked me.
Can we take the interstate? Like, do we have to take these back roads? Because they're really.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could take 29.
You're saying numbers that I don't understand, Mark.
I'm going to turn left here.
That's how Mark is on a business trip with us. He tells us route numbers and expect everyone else to understand.
Well, it's not my fault that you can't navigate without Waze.
You've given the the secret away.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
This dude turns on Waze to drive back to the hotel.
Yeah, I mean, you need to know where the traffic is, right?
It's 2 blocks.
Yeah. I'm in a foreign country.
Oh my goodness.
I feel safe. The GPS gives me a sense of security. Mark, you're just shouting directions at me sometimes, and you get right and left mixed up.
I do not.
You did once.
You did
once.
When?
Once.
Where?
once. I just remembered.
No. I miss turns, but I never mix up left and right. Because when you hold your fingers out like this one makes an L. That means left.
Okay. Sure thing, Mark.
Yeah, they taught me that when I was 10.
You sure they didn't call you L for some other reason?
Ice Gamer 1992 wants to know if I've accidentally rear-ended a car in a big rig in real life. And yes, one time was an accident. The other times were on purpose. The one that happened by accident was just kind of a weird situation. I was just leaving a steel mill in Cambridge, Ontario, Canada, and I was getting my paperwork ready for the border, and I pulled up to I was driving, pulled up to a stop sign where there was 3 cars in front of me, and decided to start playing with my paperwork there and getting it ready. That guy just ran a filter. Okay, that's fine. So I was kind of like looking down beside me, getting my paperwork ready. I looked up, and the cars that were in front of me had all
Whoa, Mark,
away.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
Wait, can I not go this way?
Mark. Oh.
Hold on.
Mark never takes the wrong turn, right, guys?
I'm pretty sure I didn't take the wrong turn. Oh, wrong turn. I was busy telling my story.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can't pick up 29. Oh, 29's in Iowa. I did make a wrong turn. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Should I wait for you?
That happened. Nah, keep driving. Can I back up from here, you think?
Oh, no. Mark is attempting to back up.
Nah, I'm going to run it. Anyways, so so the cars pulled away, so I started driving. So I just kind of like let my clutch out, and I was idling up in gear up to the stop sign, and I felt a pothole that I didn't remember being there before, because I go to the steel mill all the time, and I'm like, what was that? And so then I feel the pothole, like another pothole, and I'm like, huh? And then I feel a third pothole. I'm like, oh, that's not a pothole at all. And sure enough, I stop, I get out, and there's a little tiny MX-5 Miata sitting on my bumper. So I pushed him. I bumped him about 3 times, and I put 2 little dimples right in his plastic bumper from my license plate. And yeah, he admitted that he didn't pull up either when the other cars went because he was on his phone. So we both agreed that we were equally stupid, and we went on our merry way. Oh, yeah. Do not recommend doing this.
Mark, what are you doing? I can see you.
Making a U-turn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That was convenient. And the other time, the other ones were just like in traffic, like stop and go traffic, and people mad that I changed a lane or something like that, and trying to brake check me, and get a little bump, learn a little lesson today,
Mm-hmm. Well, you just admitted to all the accidents you've had on stream.
Yeah.
So are you gonna get another job as a truck driver in the future?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I have no intention of ever going back to driving truck full time. I mean, I might go back and because I still got a truck sitting in Canada, so I might still go back occasionally and take it for a run. I was thinking about doing that in the spring, booking like 3 weeks of vacation and just like going and doing 3 loads to the U.S.
You missed that, eh?
Missed what?
Driving truck.
Yeah, I do. I don't miss a lot of what goes along with trucking, but I miss driving. I miss driving the truck. I miss being on out west, driving through Iowa and Nebraska and stuff like that, and just listening to music and cruising. I don't miss crossing the border. I don't miss sitting at shippers and receivers for hours and hours. I don't miss dispatch kind of screwing things up constantly. There's a lot of things about trucking that in the grand scheme of things, it's not that big a deal. You usually have to put up with it for a short period, and then you move on to your day and you start driving. But after 14 years of it, I got tired. I had enough. It was just starting to be a hard pill to swallow every week when I went to work.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to steer anyone away from it. It's just me. It's more about me than about the industry. I just had my fill. Like anyone in life, you do something for so many years, and eventually you just need to change, right? Especially with trucking, because it takes up so much of your time and so much of your life. I mean, some people, they do it forever. For me, I hit my breaking point on it, DeRuiter says that I am some trucker. Thank you, DeRuiter. DeRuiter? I don't know how to pronounce that. I think it's Dutch. Aaron says that I'm a professional. 556 says that I didn't almost jackknife and that I'm a wonderful, great driver.
I don't see that. What are you talking about?
You don't see that there? Yeah, it's right there. See? Oh,
No,
now it disappeared.
no
Yeah,
way.
now the chat moved up. Have I ever tried trucking in Europe? No, I've never actually driven a European truck at all. I've driven cars around in Europe, but never a semi-truck.
Yeah, we've got to get you in one day.
That'd be a lot of fun. I'm
Yeah.
definitely interested in trying. We talked about this a little bit in the last stream. I had an Ask Me Anything stream, and I really want to.
Mark, I heard something.
Yeah, I didn't turn my lights on. There we go. I really would like to have the chance to give it a shot. I think they'd be fun, especially like a big old Scania V8.
Yep.
You know, you hear all the hype being from North America. You hear all these Europeans talking about
The hype is
big old
worth it.
V8s. Is it?
Yeah.
It's real?
Yeah, it's real. They're real.
All right, there you have it, chat.
You really feel the turbo kicking in. It's a different experience.
Dwarfy asked if I've ever driven on an ice road. I have driven on a road that has ice on it, but I've never driven on a road made of ice. Yeah, you know, Canadian roads get pretty bad in the wintertime, and especially in northern Ontario and the prairie provinces, there's not a ton of infrastructure in place to fight the snow, so you end up driving on really bad conditions, and you know, it's fine, kind of fun, kind of scary. You get used to it, you know. First time you do it, you're scared, but you know, it doesn't take long to kind of learn what you can do and what you can get away with and how to handle it. Oscar, you ever driven on ice? You're kind of a fair weather driver,
yeah,
eh?
I like maybe a little bit only. I found a patch of road that had ice on it, and I did a handbrake turn. Does that count?
No.
Yeah.
Was that in Oregon?
No, that was in Oregon. It was just a parking lot full of snow, and I did
okay.
some drifts. Yeah, I shouldn't have said that, but yeah.
Someone's saying that I'm being outperformed, but how am I being outperformed? I'm getting better fuel mileage than you.
You didn't get lost. No, I didn't get lost.
I didn't get lost.
You took the wrong turn.
Listen, the highway is there in real life, okay?
Yeah, but you took
Benny,
the wrong turn.
get me my map book so I can prove it.
What is your MPG at now? I think you're probably still ahead for some reason. I can't figure out why.
I came in a little too hot there. I gotta slow it down. I'm being a little reckless here.
Are you going even on the same road as I am?
Yeah, I should be now, because I turned around there. Have you gone by the way station yet?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like 2 minutes ago.
Oh, I'm just passing it now. I got the green light, right, chat? Oh, chat can't see because Benny conveniently cropped out the screen. So yeah, I have a green light to pass the scale. So that's totally okay. I'm going to catch you, Oscar.
What happens in real life if you get called to pull in and you...
It depends where you are. In Chicago, I don't think I've ever gone in the scale on I-80. Oh, there's my ticket for passing the way station without going in. Yeah, I've never... I don't know. I've maybe like 3 or 4 times I've gone in that, and then I heard from someone that just don't bother going in because they won't chase you, and they just don't care. So I'm like, okay. So I never went to that scale. The scale on, is it 40 coming out of Knoxville? Is that 40? Yeah.
Don't look at me.
Yeah, I-40 coming out of Knoxville. I don't go in that scale unless it's like dead empty, like if there's nobody around. If there's even any trucks already on the ramp, I pretty much just pass it. Michigan, usually I'm in the hammer lane going on that scale there on 94 coming out of Detroit, and I do my best to get in there because they will chase you, but I passed that one a few times, never got chased. Generally, you go into the scale, though. Generally, you should definitely go into the scale. They don't take it very kindly when you don't go in. There was a situation where I passed the scale and did get a ticket, and that was in Oklahoma, coming out of Texas on I-35 there, coming into Oklahoma northbound. And guy in front of me came flying up, jumped in front of me, slammed on his brakes. So I thought the scale was open. I thought he was going in. Then he didn't go in. And I thought, okay, I guess the scale's closed. I missed it all because like the whole kind of scenario that happened, the way it unfolded, right? And next thing you know, this trooper come up, pulled both of us over, told us to follow him back. So we had to go to the next exit, circle back, go into the scale house, and got myself a nice $250 ticket.
That's it?
Yeah.
I thought it would be more.
No, it wasn't that much. But it's points on the CVOR, which isn't good, which is like the record for the company.
I guess if you got pulled over and you were found to be overweight, then that will be a much bigger problem.
No, it's still a separate ticket. Like the
Really?
passing the scale ticket is a ticket in and of itself, and then whatever else you have, that'll be your ticket, right? But I always run a clean ship. My trucks were always taken care of, well maintained, good tires, well polished and clean and stuff. So, nobody ever bothered me. 556 is keeping count of my tickets, which isn't making me uncomfortable.
I think you have more tickets in the last half an hour.
I have more tickets in the game than I do in real life at this point.
Of course.
Yeah. Like just this stream.
Just this stream.
Just this stream. Yeah, in real life I got I got 2 speeding tickets and an improper lane usage ticket.
Improper lane usage.
Yeah,
so
hammer
you
lane,
were
buddy.
in the left lane.
Yes, sir. In Chicago. Gotta do what you gotta do,
Well, I hope you weren't going uphill.
No. So it was, again, another one of these kind of squirrely situations where, so I was sitting in the middle lane behind this tanker that didn't want to move over to the right lane, and I never really had enough time to get around him on the right because there was so much traffic. Like we were in Chicago there, right, on I-90 toll road coming into Chicago, eastbound. And, a bunch of guys passed me on the left in big trucks, and I thought, all right, great. I'm going to pass him on the far left too, right? Like 5 of them just did. So I fall in behind the last guy, I pass them, and then all of a sudden a cop comes flying up behind us, just pulls me over, nobody else. And so I asked him, I said, how come you pulled me over? I said, I was going the slowest. He goes, you were just the first one I caught up to. I said, so instead of pulling one of those other guys over and getting them for speeding and being in the wrong lane, or a tailgating, because a couple of them were tailgating each other, I'm like, you just came after me because I was the first one? He goes, yeah. I'm like, what? That's not very nice. That's not very fair. I said, why don't you ticket him for being in the middle lane and not keeping right except to pass?
I mean, he can't pull everyone over, right?
Wow.
So
I mean,
you have to pull someone over, and you were unlucky.
Listen, you have to be a courteous driver, and you have to keep right except to pass, all right? So when you guys out there get your licenses, stay to the right lane if you're not passing anyone. Daft Kloop has a big question. How many FPS were the ATS and ETS simulators designed to play at, and at what level of graphic quality? They have a resolution of 400%, but what graphics are recommended? If my message is answered, could someone please write that in the chat so I can bring it? Thanks.
I think the target was always 60 FPS. I'm not sure.
I think that's like the baseline,
yeah,
right?
That's the baseline, and
it all depends on your hardware, right? So like, we optimize because we have a lot of our player base is still using quite old hardware. So we optimize everything the best we can, but even on a 6 or 7 year old system, like a decent 6 or 7 year old system, you should still be able to run 60 frames per second on ultra settings.
Yep. I mean, that's the goal. We do a lot of testing internally, I'm sure, on a lot of like these older computers, just to make sure that everything runs great for everyone, for as many people as possible. A bunch
of our testers are still using GTX 1060s.
Even older, I think.
Really?
No, because we need to remember that a lot of people still, play on a laptop, and all they have on the laptop is integrated graphics.
And oh, really?
Yeah. So we need to make sure that the game works on that sort of hardware at an acceptable quality level, acceptable resolution, of course, and that for us is always a big challenge, especially as we go forward. We improve our let's say our map building skills and stuff like that. We want to put in more things into the game world, right? We want to bring more detail in, but the difficulty is always keeping the number of draw calls down and making sure that not too many polygons are being displayed on the screen at any time.
Right.
Because there's always a trade-off we have to make between making the place, filling whatever location it is with every single object, every single bush or tree that you would find in the real location.
So,
but you also have to optimize it for gameplay and make sure that the widest audience is able to enjoy it.
So what you're saying is, if chat wants better graphics, then they should all go out and buy new, fresh, fast hardware.
Basically.
And we'll make better graphics for them.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Because I mean, you have to look at what most players have. We have to make sure that everyone can enjoy it.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And the thing about the game is we've we've had it out for quite a long number of years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And over the years, we can't do a huge bump in minimum requirements. We've done that before, once or twice, but we tried to make the steps as small as possible.
How fast are you driving?
51.
How have I not caught up to you?
I'm just doing 50. I was not doing 51. I just slowed down because I'm talking and looking at you. Yeah, so, as time goes by, as people get new computers, and as even integrated graphics gets better, the average power that a user has in terms of graphics performance, CPU performance that increases, then we get the chance to finally, slowly take steps to, increase the polygon count, the texture sizes, things like that.
Right. Sim Driver Dave asks, Oscar, can you please talk into the mic closer because we can't hear you?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Thanks for the question, Sim Driver Dave. You're a valued member of the community.
I'm like 5 centimeters away from the mic. Any closer, I'll be licking.
You got to be pretty close. You got to get your mouth right on it, pretty much.
I can't turn my head. Okay.
Okay. And if you turn your head, you have to rotate your mouth around it.
How am I supposed to talk without looking at the person?
How did I not get fined for that crash? Well, it's easy. I'm just, the best there ever was, best there ever will be. My picture's hanging in the Truck Driver Hall of Fame. Right, Oscar?
Sure, Mark. I mean, that's why we hired you, right? You're the best truck driver out there.
I mean, realistically, you guys had a lot of people to pick from, and you chose me, so there must have been a reason.
I think you just showed up.
I just showed up.
Yeah, I think
I just got showed up in a basket wrapped in a blanket on the doorstep.
No, you were just persistent,
I didn't even ask. You guys offered.
No. You came to Matt's. You knew what you were doing.
You guys invited me to Matt's.
Yeah, we like you.
I had to take a day off work and drive down in my pickup truck.
Mark, everyone likes you. I think this stream will attest to that.
Chat, if you like me, please write F in the chat. F to pay respects. And if you don't like me, then, you just see yourself out. Get out of here.
Yeah, why are you watching?
Yeah. I don't like you either. All right, we got some F's in the chat. All right, thanks, chat. You're making me feel good. Thanks, guys.
Really, our best community ever.
Yeah, honestly, hashtag best community ever. I'm feeling the love over here. Thanks, chat.
Oh, this guy gave 2 Fs.
2 Fs? Oh, man.
That's at least that's what I'm going to conclude from that.
Maybe I should put airbag in the suspension. Maybe that's why I'm understeering so bad.
How fast are you going?
Do I miss Tim Hortons? That is a wonderful question for a Canadian, and the answer is yes. Yes, I do. Very much. I'm sad about it every day.
Does it make you jealous that I get Tim Hortons in Singapore?
Yeah, but I've seen the pictures of your Tim Hortons, and I don't know.
I mean, the coffee still has maple syrup in it.
We don't put maple syrup in our coffee.
They actually do that.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, we have maple flavored roasts, I think, or something like that, or some kind of maple flavored frozen frappuccino thing.
Yeah, it was a frappe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They do have the little Timbits though.
They do?
Yeah.
Oh. I wonder if they have a supplier there, if they're actually shipping them to Canada. Or from Canada, I should say.
Probably it's not that hard to make it locally. I would imagine it will be much more economical to just make it locally.
So here's a question, Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
You are a basically almost certified American because of your love of steakhouses.
Yeehaw.
And you never did say where's your favorite place in the world.
I did. I said Bryce Canyon.
Oh, that's right.
Now.
You did. Okay, so you love America. You love American food.
Mm-hmm.
You love American music. You know. Except Spice Girls, they're British, but that's another story. So, who makes the better coffee? Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons?
I'm not a big coffee guy, but probably Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons.
Benny votes for Tim Hortons because Benny knows I'll beat him up after the stream if he says anything else.
You go to Dunkin' Donuts for donuts.
Whoa.
I'm not saying it's the best.
Tim Hortons still has better donuts than Dunkin'.
I've never actually tried it. So.
Wait, we're not as director of global partnerships, we're not doing anything with Dunkin', right?
No.
Okay, yeah, Tim Hortons is the best all around.
this might come back and bite us, but yeah.
There's some guy
Krispy
right now
Kreme.
just getting ready to send an email to
Krispy
sponsor us.
Kreme. I like Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme's pretty good. Have you done that challenge where you buy like 12 Krispy Kremes and you squish them all down and eat it like one donut?
Oh, no.
That seems like exactly something you would do.
What? What makes you think that?
Benny, do we have Krispy Kreme here in Prague? Oh, that's depressing.
I really like it.
Did you know they opened a second Popeyes? There's a third Popeyes?
Whoa.
Oh my goodness. This is like slowly turning into a first world country.
Wow, we didn't just say that.
I'm just kidding. I love Prague. I moved here.
Obviously,
I love it. I should find a what? Do you get what he just said?
Yeah, I think he's telling us we are running out of time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, where are you at, Oski?
I am at the junction that says Dallas. Exit
Really?
only. I don't know where this is, but
I still can't even see you on the map. Well, just find a rest area and pull over, and I'll. Have you passed the 40 interchange yet? Oh wait, I should be right behind you.
Are you?
I think so.
I am making a left turn somewhere, like on the highway.
Oh.
So I'll find the next rest stop.
Well, what's your fuel mileage at, Oscar?
5.5.
I'm at 6. I've been driving like 75 mile an hour.
You have it lower. I mean, your gearing is lower, so.
Yeah. You know, I got that Volvo D13 turbo compound with 455 horsepower, 1,850 foot-pounds of torque, you know.
Sure.
Set up good.
Yeah, but I think it's the gearbox.
Team did real good today, you know, thanks for my sponsors. Oh, we're in Oklahoma City right now.
I am in Oklahoma City right now. So, shall I find somewhere to pull over?
Yes.
Okay.
You're south Oklahoma City now, right? Like you've already gone through it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, now I see. Yeah, grab the next exit.
Okay.
Mark, why does the game not have mile markers? Well, because our scale is done in 1 to 20 or 1 to 19? 1 to 20.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, would we put it in real life miles or would we put it in in-game miles?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That is a difficult decision.
Yeah. Now, mile markers, they're not really something that's common here in Europe, right?
I think you do see them, actually.
Interesting. Let's see. Any other questions for Oscar here? Come on, guys. It's our minor SCS celebrity Oscar, and you guys don't have any questions for him? Just have questions about the game and about me running into the stuff in real life?
I think they were all really interested in hearing about that.
I mean, it is
that
fun
the first
stories,
time
like
you admitted to it?
in public,
stream?
yes. In the public eye, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we're a very good duo to be on stream together.
I mean, like, realistically, when you drive 2.5 million kilometers, there's going to be some bumps and scrapes along the way. There's going to be some tickets, right? It's the reality of life and it's the reality of the job. I'm not proud of the situations I was in, but, you know, when you're there in the heat of the moment and you know, everything that's going on, sometimes, you know, your temper gets the best of you or whatever, right? Your job is always to be as professional as possible, to be safe and compliant, right? But, you know, I'm just human. We're all of us just human, right? And the emotions get going and, you know, someone catches you on a bad day and, you know, you think in your head you want to teach them a lesson. And it's not the right thing to do. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. But, you know, it's happened. It's the reality, right? I shouldn't shy away from it. Again, I'm not proud of it, but it happened. I'm going to own up to it, you know, my mistakes, right?
Hey, we've got questions, finally.
Yeah, so, Oscar, how long are you working for SES?
6 years, I would say.
6 years? Isn't it 6 years?
More than 6 years. I think I came here in 2018, probably July or August. So
yeah, right about 6 years.
Right about 6 years.
Yeah.
I'm pulling off in Ardmore or something.
What part of Canada do you live in, Oscar?
I don't live in Canada.
Yeah, I think that was for me. So I don't live in Canada. I'm currently living in Prague, Czech Republic, working here at SCS, where we're based in Prague. I did live in Oshawa, Ontario, before I moved to Czech Republic. Mark, just like you guys measure miles and trips in the game, can you do the same for mile markers? Just scale it to the game 120. That's not a question for me. I don't make that decision. I mean, you can bring it up. Best place, head over to the SCS forum. We have a forum just for suggestions, right? A sub-forum. So, you know, if you guys have any suggestions for the game, by all means, head over there, and we'll definitely check it out. Let's see.
Any questions that we're missing?
Oscar likes long walks on the beach and the smell of Barnes & Nobles. That doesn't sound like a question,
no.
Super Dave. Mark, what's the biggest truck you drive?
Is that for you or for me?
Let's do both of us. What's the biggest truck you've driven?
The biggest one?
Yeah. Did you get off here?
Yeah, Ardmore.
Ardmore, yeah.
Yeah, I think the biggest one I drove was the Scania still. The one with like 25 meters or something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, is the rigid with the...
Yeah, the rigid with the drawbar trailer.
Nice. That's pretty typical for Scandinavia, right?
Yes, exactly.
Biggest truck I drove... I mean, I've only driven like Class 8 tractor trailers, and you know, like straight trucks and stuff like that. But the biggest I drove, or the heaviest I drove, was a B-train flatbed, grossing 140,000 pounds, give or take.
How many is
steel,
that in
lumber.
pounds?
Yeah,
I mean, how much is that in kilograms?
Like 70 ton.
Wow.
Yeah, not like a crazy amount, but like. It just had the truck I was driving at that place. I was driving somebody else's truck for that job. It just had a little 12 7-liter Detroit, whopping 430 horsepower, and that thing struggled. Every gear you were winding that thing up to 1900 RPM. Yeah, no, generally, like most of my career, because I went all over the U.S., I was always running tandem trailers, so just grossing 80,000 pounds or about 40 ton. You know, usually when you're hauling real heavy, you know, unless you're in those specialized oversized jobs, you're kind of limited to where you can run. Like the guys in Michigan there, they can run 160,000 pounds, but you can only run that in Michigan and certain roads in Indiana, right? And, you know, I wanted to see the country. I wanted to do that long haul thing, right? Where are you?
I am parked up. See if you can find me. Hey,
Oh, yeah,
Namiro is talking smack about us. Namiro's in the chat talking smack.
Namiro's in the chat right now?
Come on.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Why is Namiro a better driver than both of you?
No, absolutely not.
I mean, he's definitely a better driver than one of us.
Sure thing.
It's Benny. He's a better driver than Benny.
Oh, when did I start playing the game? I started with ETS 2. Actually, I started much earlier, right? Before ETS 2 even came out. I think I played one of those 18 wheel steel games.
Do you remember what the very first one you played was?
Probably Across America.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how old that is now, but yeah, that was my first game, and then I got hooked.
I don't know why. Of the 18 Wheels and Steel series, that one was my favorite. Yeah? Even though like the other ones came out with like new features and better looking trucks and bigger maps and stuff like that. I don't know what it was about Across America. Maybe it's just because it was the first one I drove, but that one just... I don't know. Feels like home when I play that game, you know? Special place in my heart. I got a lot of hours in Across America.
I played mostly Across America and Holland. That was one of them.
Holland,
well.
Yeah.
And yeah, the rest is history. I just played basically all the SCS games back then.
So now, there's often a misconception I see in the chat that people say that ValueSoft was the developer, but ValueSoft was actually the publisher, and SCS was the developer. Could have been a little straighter.
So what's your fuel mileage?
Well, sir, you're going to have to pay for the premium subscription to find out that information. Just kidding. I am at 6.1 miles to the gallon.
Oh, okay. You win.
Yeah? Where are you at?
5.5.
5.5. There you have it, chat. I am the better driver than Oscar.
Well, I got there first.
True. I went on a little sightseeing trip on Interstate 80. That is true. Yeah. If life was a Monopoly game, where would you live and where would you work, Oscar?
Wow. Which version are we talking about?
Regular Monopoly.
What is regular Monopoly?
Like Monopoly, I don't know.
Okay, Mayfair. I wish I lived on Mayfair.
Mayfair, what's that?
That's the blue one.
I thought that was Park Place.
There were two, I think.
Oh.
I think, yeah, that's my favorite one. That's how I always win the game. It really, really gets people angry when you hit them with the two blue ones and then you put a hotel there. That's how you win the game.
No, the way you win the game is you just buy every property you land on.
Yeah.
There's actually people that have done statistics about the most landed on property and like how to advance the game. Because if you save up for those expensive properties, you'll never actually...
you'll run out of opportunities to buy it.
Exactly.
Why are we talking about Monopoly strategy right
chat,
now?
what is your Monopoly strategy? This has just turned into a board game stream. So, Namiro, if you're in the chat, do you have someone for us to raid already? Let's see what Namiro says.
2003, that's when Across America was released.
Namiro says, I am not in the chat.
How
did he write that if he's not in the chat?
Might be Benny in the chat, actually.
Oh, all along it was Benny? Oh, okay. Well, stranger, thank you for tuning in under the SCS account. All right, so, chat, we're at the point of the stream where we're getting ready to say goodbye. Okay, so Betty just got banned. Oh, boy. So who are we going to raid? You got any ideas, Oscar? You know what? I know who we're going to raid. We're going to raid Arrow's Realm. He's currently playing ETS 2, even though this is ATS Let's Stream. He's a loyal viewer of ours, Arrow's Realm. So even though he likes hood mirrors, I can't remember if it's him or Air Cruise that likes hood mirrors. It's one of them. Even though he likes hood mirrors, we're going to go raid him, chat. So when we go raid, remember that you're representing the best community ever. So let's be friendly and positive and, just have a good time and spread the love, right? So, Oscar, it was a pleasure having you here today.
It was a pleasure being here.
Absolutely.
And playing Convoy.
Yeah, this is
for
really
the
fun.
first time
in
my life, actually.
I'm already thinking about how we can add more PCs to the studio and have even bigger convoys on stream.
That will be exciting.
I just want to make Benny's life as hard as possible. So, chat.
Just have 8 of them, yeah? Just have 8 of them.
Yeah.
That's the limit now. Or is it more now?
So, that's actually a question for another stream. It's officially 8. But if you know the secrets, you can have more. But anyways, chat, thank you so much for joining. It's been a pleasure being here with you and answering your questions and presenting your questions to Oscar and hearing about why I'm a better driver than him. So thank you for that. Thank you for joining. So, yeah, we're going to raid Arrow's Realm now. So be friendly, be positive, and we'll see you on the next stream. Take care.
See ya.